Have you ever read a book,
Ever felt like this?
watched a movie, maybe a TV
Bloody
show,
Fritz.
and you know how it's going to end, but you don't know how they get there? Maybe it's one of those movies that starts off with the protagonist in some kind of precarious position.
Reservoir
And they're
Dogs,
like,
baby.
I'm sure you're wondering how I ended up here. That's kind of where I am at the moment. That's me. That man being crushed by a 700-pound rhino, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up here. That's where I am at the moment, because I can see where tonight's episode is going to end. What I do not know is the path we're going to take to get there. So I have chosen, as a very not patient person, we're going to skip the banter topic tonight. We're going to get straight into tonight's episode, because there is a lot that could happen in this episode.
Yeah, I'm a little bit concerned about you knowing what's going to happen at the end. Maybe
Yeah,
the
me
banter topic
too.
should be, how does Sven know what's going to happen at the end?
It's as if you've scripted it.
It's almost like I have some kind of book that I'm drawing this information from, but that can't be right. Surely such a book does not exist.
None of this is on the script.
No, and dungeon masters aren't supposed to plan at all.
No.
Not one bit. You're supposed to turn up clean slate and just let us do whatever we want. So I really don't appreciate this.
I mean,
And we
unless
want
this
levels
is a
of
fight
magic
we're
items.
not supposed to win. Like, I don't know. Like, are we all supposed to die?
Yeah, it's very sketchy. Very sketchy.
We were explicitly told one must die, not all must die.
They
This is
should have
true.
really
This
said
is
at
true.
least one must die. That would have been a more
No,
accurate
you
statement.
misunderstood. I said
One must
Juan.
die.
Juan must die. And pointed to the guy in the corner. He's like, what? I did nothing.
This is true.
Kill Juan.
Juan.
He was standing next to Fred Durst. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Juan and Fred Durst standing there. Let's skip the banter. Let's get to it.
The start of a joke. Juan and Fred Durst walking through the
Let me give you a little bit of an insight about where we're going to end up tonight. A little peek behind the DM screen. When tonight's episode
Level up.
ends,
Yeah.
your character will either be dead or level 3.
Yay.
I'll take the latter.
Yeah. Can I choose? Because I choose to live.
I mean,
I choose life.
at the end of the day, it is your choice. Your fate is in your hands. My hands are off the wheel. I'm just running this game by the book. And I dare say there's very few actual play live streams of Curse of Strahd where the DM stays as true to the book as I am being. When I started, thinking about running this campaign, of course, I jumped on the internet for about 5 minutes and had a quick look about what other people feel about it. And I can guarantee you that 98% of people who run this campaign, they change a lot of the stuff. I have kept it as true to the book with a couple of little flavor changes as I could. So with that in mind, should your character die tonight, don't blame me.
Blame Sven.
Blame Wizards of the Coast. Send them your angry emails or your happy ones. Up to you. So, let's just go quickly across the board. Remind everyone who we are and what character we're playing. We'll do a quick recap. And then we're going to pick up where we left off last week. So, let's start with you, Jam.
Oh, yes. I'm so excited. I'm interrupting. I apologize. But I am Gemma, and I'm playing Fritz Longview, who is based on one of my favorite characters in fiction, Fritz Chivalry Farseer from Robin Hobb's world. His best friend is a wolf called Bright Eyes, and in this is Bright Eyes, in the books is Night Eyes. If he dies, it's not going to be good. I'm already I just want to keep him alive. I am excited though. It's felt weird to have a week of having my character on the precipice like this though. To have just paused at this point. I just want to jump into it and let's do it, team. Maybe we should have talked tactics beforehand. I don't know.
No metagame.
It's not often that we end an episode mid-comb, but we did last week, which means we're going to be picking the adrenaline right back up. So hope you've got your anti-adrenaline ready in case you get a little bit too excited.
Anti-adrenaline?
Yeah, anti-adrenaline. Yeah.
Sip him.
I don't know, chloroform? Speaking of chloroform, Dan, you're up.
I'm Dan, playing Bill Irondancer, the human sorcerer. Unbeknownst to him, he's also Tribal's best accountant. If you need to get your taxes done and you're in a hurry, come see Bill.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, I'm going to need to do my taxes soon, so I'll be in touch. Speaking of things I'd like to be in touch with, Mod.
Hey, I'm Mod. I'm playing Tane Nue, who's a orc paladin. He goes by the moniker this week of Orc, bloody Tane the Concussed, Tane the Battered. All these are good, as I am out of my relentless endurance, or whatever they call it, where the orc gets back up, and I'm on 1 hit point in front of something that looks like it has at least 7 hit points.
I didn't watch last week's episode back. Did Fritz end up giving you any healing, or were you still at 1 hit point?
No.
I wish I could rewrite that because, but
Because yes.
I mean, what good is 1d6 hit points at this point anyway? You're gonna go down regardless. Speaking of things that
You mean this low level that we are
battered, Grace, you're up.
Hi everyone, my name is Grace. I am playing the cleric who is not a cleric. And I have to remember her name, Thana. And she is very pissed off at Sven because her spell didn't go through.
Well, she and I are on an even playing field, as you might say, since her previous 3 spells shouldn't have gone through. But we've discussed that. We've settled that like adults.
Yes. Should we share that with everyone, or is that something?
That's up to you. That's an ongoing saga, but keep your eyes on this. Look, long story short, I hate dancing lights, and I found a good reason why Grace should never have dancing lights anymore, ever again. So I'm happy. So
Yeah. It's actually not even on the cleric spell list, and I'm a dum-dum, and I feel like I should have my D&D license taken away.
I'm going to give you a little bit of a get-out-of-jail-free card here. If I remember correctly, it used to be on the cleric spell list and is no longer on there.
Is the light spell on there?
The light spell is on there,
Yeah,
so
we
I've changed
fixed it. We did that.
I've taken away dancing dumbass lights and I've changed it to the light spell. So I've always hated that spell and never know what to do with it when people cast it, and it's gone. Speaking of things that are difficult to control, Christian.
Yo, I am here, the crew. Very excited for the downside. I like a change. And I've never experienced the TPK personally. I'm a dungeon master quite a lot, so I don't have to get to play too often. And so my player experience is very minimal. So I'm excited. I want to see if Fujin can survive through this. I do have some ulterior plans, not min-max, but like roleplay stuff that may see Fujin turning on people for the greater good.
Oh, please don't. No spoilers.
But we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, we all manage to survive and pull it out of our ass. Fujin, who I am playing, is a rogue monk. Plans for him to become a killing machine at higher levels as he control these wind elemental powers that have been born into his bloodline, his genes. that he doesn't at this point know how to fully control, and is trying to learn how to control those. And I would like to see him master them, but we'll see if that happens.
Speaking of things that have had wind in their jeans, what's up, everyone? My name is Sven. I am the DM for Beckoned Blackest Nights. I will be your host for this evening, and if you didn't already know, I'm also the person on the ones and twos. If you missed last week's episode, just a quick reminder, we have the new feature available, which I think someone just redeemed already. Who was that? Gemma.
It was me.
That's your one for the evening. That's right.
It is.
We have the Taroka deck. Now, the way this functions is you can use your crit coin, which you can accrue while watching any Critmas stream, to redeem a Taroka deck draw. It will draw a random card, which will be attributed to a random player. These cards have various buffs and debuffs attached to them, which could help or hinder them and or me, should it come down to that. I don't think I need a trigger warning on tonight's episode, but a brief recap for those people who are new. If you're watching, if for some reason you just decided to start watching at episode 9, let's say.
Why would you do that?
Why would you do that?
Why would you do that?
What's wrong with you?
Why?
Sick son of a bitch. Go back and watch it from episode 6. That's where it starts to get good. Before that, it's real superfluous. No, watch every single episode because they're full of gold, and worth every penny that you don't have to pay because it's entirely free. Now, let's bring up that card, the marionette puppet strings. Gain the ability to control a creature like a puppet. Until the end of your next turn, you control a target creature's movement and actions. This
Shut the fuck up.
is a one-off use. Yeah, you use this card, you control it until the whatever the fuck it said, to the end of your next turn, and then once that is over, the card is gone. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Brief recap. The 5 heroes that you see assembled before you were requested by a man named Aragal to travel to the village of Barovia and cleanse a house that he had inherited of its rumored haunting. The characters have explored all of the main levels of the house, come across the ghosts of 2 children who were tragically locked in their room and left to perish. 2 of the characters are currently possessed by the spirits of these children, Rosavelda and Thornbolt Durst, Thana and Tane, respectively. The heroes, went down into the sub-basement of this building, and there they found, dug into the supports of this manor house, a dungeon. Now, apparently this dungeon was used by some sort of cult ran by the house's former occupants, the Durst family. Making your way down to a second subterranean chamber, you have come across the main ritual chamber, where all kinds of grisly sacrifices were apparently made in the past. One sacrifice was required of you as 13 faceless apparitions appeared on the stonework around the chamber, chanting, "One must die, one must die." So what does Fujin do? The only logical action is to try and set things on fire. As he does so, this huge mound of garbage, twisted, blackened, decaying roots, and remnants of human bones begins to animate and rise from a chamber to the south. and begin its assault. I don't need to say to you guys that you are in a precarious situation. We are picking this combat up at the beginning of round 2. Tane is down to 1 hit point, and this thing is doing massive amounts of damage. Is there anything anyone wants to say before we just launch straight back into it?
Sven, can I please look at the parameters of the card a bit more?
I wish I could send it to you, but I can't. I can
Yeah.
tell you again. Gain the ability to control a creature like a puppet until the end of your next turn. You control.
Does that mean
a
this
target
turn coming up
creature's
or
movement.
next turn?
So on your turn, you can choose to enact this card. When you do so,
Yep.
you will be able to control the creature on its position in the initiative order. And then once it gets back around to the end of your next turn, boom, it's over.
So, sorry, just to be clear, because the creature is before me in initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Can I stop it from doing anything before my turn?
Unfortunately, not.
No.
No. I'm going to say that this particular card needs to be drawn on your turn.
Okay, so basically from my turn, that's where I can start controlling it.
That is correct. For 1 full
Alright.
round. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is huge. That could be a game changer. That could save someone. But we don't have any time to talk about the particulars of how this card is going to work because we're going to launch straight into some combat. Let's get this show on the road, shall we? All right.
that.
Top of round 2. It is the instigator of this combat's turn. Now, this man set it on fire and then ran as far away as he could, leaving his friends in the firing line. Or are they his friends? I don't know. Let's find out. Fujin, you are up. What do you do?
Yeah. Fujin is going to try to make as much distance as possible. This thing's huge. Not wanting to get clobbered by that was the smart idea, I feel like. As, Tane was KO'd with a single hit. So, Fujin wants to, keep that distance. Is probably going to shout that out. We need to get this thing from afar. Do not let it touch you. If it's so large, it might be slow. And I'm going to... I'm gonna 5 foot to here, 10, 15... 5, 10, 15, 20, because water's double movement. 15, 20, 25, 30 to this square. This is open, is it not?
Yes,
Yep,
it should be open.
Left it open.
Is it currently open?
It's currently locked.
Oh, why is it locked again? Unlock that. There.
And then we're gonna use... I don't think I want to get close for punching, so bonus action just wasted at the moment. But action is just going to be just a crossbow bolt, just trying to get as much damage on as possible. Heading for the exit so I can keep some distance. And we're just going to keep it nice and simple. Fujin right now isn't the person who's going to make a difference. I can just deal damage. I have no other abilities right now.
Let's see how much
First
of a
attack
difference
coming in.
you can make with your first attack.
9.
Rolling a 9.
Going to use my heroic inspiration because we need damage on. I can't risk not hitting it. Does a 15 hit instead?
A 15 does hit this creature.
Perfect. Savage Attacker, I'm going to trigger. I can reroll my damage on one of my damage dice once and choose which one I'm going to use. So I'm going to roll another d8 as I rolled a 4 on 1. I'll keep the 4, so 8 damage. I've got an ally nearby, so sneak attack. So as I run to the edge, sort of sliding in the water, getting down on one knee, I'm going to find a section of the tangled mat that has sort of knotted around itself, keeping this thing together as much as possible in hopes that by breaking and piercing that part of the vine, a lot of its body will fall apart, almost like tearing a hole in trash. And another 3, so that's going to be 11 points of piercing damage that'll rip through that.
All right, so talk to me about the total amount of damage that you just did to this creature, because I wasn't paying
11.
attention at all. 11 points of damage. All right, let's just have a look at my creature. 11 points of damage is pretty good. Hey, chipping away here. Not too shabby.
We're on 40 points of damage so far, team.
Pretty good
Yay.
for second level characters. All right, if that's the end of your turn, that means it's everyone's favorite not sorcerer, Bill Iron Dancer. Something has awoken deep within you, and it's not your love for me.
Good job, whatever that was, keep it going.
Bill's going to pull his finger back and look at it and just fire. And he is going to cast Sorcerous Burst from his finger, getting a 15 to hit.
We've
Come
already
on, nothing
discovered
but
8.
that does
And it's going to be
hit.
fire damage. No, how do I get that to... Oh yeah, there it is going. Come on.
Fire damage on that
I
one.
think it...
Come on, 8.
It's teasing us.
Come on.
Do it,
It was underneath the like button, so I don't even know what it rolled to.
It hasn't rolled yet, it hasn't come through.
No,
Right
it's
now,
just
your
kind of-
damage dice is blue balling us.
Well, you do no damage. Man, that sucks.
Fuck off!
Tell us what this looks like as you cast this spell. Oh,
Oh no!
That was the second one, so if the first one does come through as better, I'm going to say I need that.
oh really?
Does Sorcerer's Burst add on a modifier?
No, it doesn't. It's but it gets that like exploding D8 if you get an 8. That's where it gets its real like power. And you can make it not any damage type, but there's a lot of different damage types I can choose from.
Yeah.
So yeah, Bill's pointing and he's just like, fire, not knowing what to do, and you see just from his backpack this little sparkle of a bit of light come from a crystal that he's got attached through some wire to the outside of his backpack, which was gifted to him by his mother, and unbeknownst to him, it's actually his spellcasting focus.
Ooh.
And they see a little bit of a hint of a glow, and then just fire. But because the mound was already on fire from before, didn't do too much damage this time.
Doesn't look like that roll is going to come through. Tell you what, would you like
I'll just go the one. That's fine.
I'd allow you to re-roll it if you wish to do so. That one's
Meet in the middle.
It's up to you. You can use the one. We can re-roll it.
You roll it.
I'll take a 6.
Here's what's going to happen, right? Someone's going to die, and the difference will be like 2 points of damage. And then right
It'll be
before we
that.
finish this episode, that roll will come through and it'll be an 8. All right, 6 points of fire damage. Okie dokie. Very good. Anything else you would like to do? You're up in the corner of the room. This creature is about 20 feet away from you, and you have seen how much damage this thing can do. It crumpled Tane's armor like a fucking soda can.
Get behind me.
And with that, I wasn't actually going to, but if Fujin would say that, he's still captivated by Fujin's aura. And despite Thana thinking otherwise, he sees Fujin as a bit of a leader-like figure. So it'll be 5, 10, 15. I think that's as far as I'll be able to go.
Splashing through that murky water, you pass through the gap between Fujin and the door. Stepping underneath that heavy portcullis, you start to navigate the ramp leading up towards the chamber in the north. the one with those 13 niches. All right, moving on. It is my creature's turn. And it is currently got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 targets it can choose from. So I think this is going to call for a roll. Very, very
Leave the
important.
squishy cleric alone.
Very, very
Please.
important D4 here.
Wuss.
Going from left to right. Thana 1, Fritz 2, Tane 3, and Bright Eyes 4.
You know, I feel like it should hit Tane again.
You ain't got the minerals to hit me again.
I'm glad you said that, because this one's coming at you, Thana.
Oh, really? Fuck off.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Attack number
It's
1.
only the one.
Let's go. And try and hit
Does it
you.
have a whole heap of reach?
It certainly does.
Oh, lovely.
Okay.
Not to fear, though, Thana, because it rolled an 8 on that first attack, which is not
Oh.
higher than your armor class. That's okay.
Oh,
That's all right.
okay.
It's got a second attack, so let's go ahead and use that one. My gods. Remember how when this combat first started and the first attack I rolled was a natural 20?
That was
No.
the second attack.
No.
I am rolling rocks the last couple of weeks, and I really wish I would have used this luck in something like, I don't know, straight up gambling. Because that is a natural 20. And a natural 20, I think it just tips over your armor class on that one. Whew. Couple things are going to happen. Let's start off with some damage. Hope you weren't too attached
Do
to
we
this
have
character.
to? Do we have to?
Before we do damage, is there any allowance for Tane to attempt to reaction?
Talk to me about your reaction, Tane, and I will make a
I'm
ruling.
looking at it at the moment, but I think I need to be standing next to them.
I believe so
That's what
too.
I'm thinking, because it's
too.
intercepting the
Protection.
attack. So,
Sees it, attacks a target other than you that is within 5 feet of you. Yeah.
yep.
Me too.
But this is where Sven was like, "You're welcome to try to bend things a little bit." You're intercepting, almost like an American football player. The football, as to speak, is currently going past you as you're within 5 feet of the enemy. Could you not just slash at the tendrils that are going at her?
Here's what I'll say.
Thank you.
Christian, you are correct. If Thane was not where he currently is, if he was in between Thana and the creature, I would say, yeah, absolutely. But he is not in between Thana and the creature. He's
What about me, Sven?
on a 90-degree angle. Talk to me
Okay,
about
Matt.
your reaction, Fritz.
I have interception.
Mm-hmm.
Similar. So when I say a creature hits another creature within 5 feet of me, can take a reaction to reduce the damage.
So
Um,
it'll still hit the
same
natural
thing.
20, but possibly
Yeah.
keep Thana on her
Can
feet.
I reduce the damage? Yeah, it'll be 1d10 plus 2. And I must be holding a shield or simple or martial weapon, which I do have.
Here's what I'll say. Thana, you know how you have that
Yeah.
little point of heroic inspiration?
Yeah.
How attached to that are you?
Less attached than her character?
Oh god, am I gonna need it for a spell later or to do something stupid?
No.
Are you going to
no.
get a chance for a spell later if you're
Yeah,
dead right
you might
now?
need it for a death saving
Okay,
throw later.
fine. Take it.
All right.
Take it.
In that case, I'll allow for a little bendy of the rules. Don't get used to it. All right, let's talk about some damage first up, and then we'll see how much we can reduce it by. Let's talk about the bludgeoning damage first.
I don't want to. Do we have to?
Go ahead and roll that. 11 points of bludgeoning damage. Now, how much can we reduce that by, Fritz?
1d10 plus 2.
1d10 plus 2. Okay, don't roll that just yet.
Ooh.
We'll do this one as well with crit damage, as there is also some lightning damage attached to that. There is 22 points of damage now
Wait, in
I'm
total?
dead.
Or is that the lightning?
in total.
Total.
Good,
Okay,
good,
can
good,
I
good.
ask, do I have my heroic inspiration as well?
No, you don't.
I don't
seem
know whether
to have
that's
heroic
gone.
inspiration, but I tell you what.
Yeah, I don't know whether I used it or not.
This could be enough to keep Thana on her feet, which could be
on an 8 or higher.
on an 8 or higher. You keep Thana up. If you do so, feel free to have a little point of heroic inspiration. So I need you to roll that 1d10 and
Okay,
find
I'm
out if
doing
it's
it
enough
now.
to keep her on her feet. Because I tell you what, if it's not, it's gonna be
It's a
bad.
6. It's a 6, so it's 8 total.
6.
Okay. Look, bright side is it still does
Hang
reduce
on,
the damage.
does Hunter's Mark do anything?
No, it doesn't.
No.
For damage.
Damn
But
it.
this might still at least stop it from being an instant KO.
All right,
Okay.
so let's talk about damage. We did 22 points of damage minus 4.
Minus
That's minus 8. So 22 minus 8. That is, what's that? 14 points of damage. So
Yeah,
That's
that's
exactly what he has.
that puts
that's
you
just enough to totally.
exactly down to 0. I did say I was not going to be pulling any punches in this episode. This is going to be tough. This is brutal, even for my standards. Because now a couple of things are going to happen. As it hits you with these tendrils that extend outward like Groot, you feel that electricity flow through your body. You see Thana's hair stand on end, and it will pull you 5 feet towards it. It has 1 action remaining as part of its attack.
What? And have I used my reaction now as well?
Yes, you have used your reaction now. So
Okay.
here's what's going to happen. And I feel pretty bad about this. This
Wait,
ain't
No,
this
good.
thing
you
gets
don't.
three actions?
3
Yeah.
attacks as part of an action. Yes.
Fucking hell.
Just so you know, we are level 2. You're certain about that?
Yes.
God damn.
Yes.
I don't even know what this monster is.
Yes. This is a very, very difficult situation. And how you navigate this is going to set the tone for the rest of this campaign. This creature is going to use an ability it has called Engulf. Now,
No, it's not. No, it's not. Can my puppet thing stop this in any way?
your puppet.
My marionette puppet thing. Like, it does.
Not until
if I
you're
could
turning
rule.
The card.
To me, it reads as if as soon as I draw it, I've got it under control. But anyway.
Your card might still save Thana's life. Let's talk about Engulf. 1 medium or smaller creature within 5 feet must make a strength saving throw. Now, you are unconscious, Thana, which means you
I would
automatically
automatically
fail
Yeah.
that strength saving throw. You are pulled into the shambling mound, and you have the grappled condition. You are also blinded and restrained. That doesn't matter because you're unconscious. Here's the tough part. You take damage while you're in there.
Oh,
It takes that. But you do not take that damage until it is your turn. Okay? Now, if you take damage while you are unconscious and dying, you will automatically fail your death saving throw. So you are in there. You cannot see Thana. She is completely engulfed within the tangling roots of this creature. And it is just crushing and electrocuting her from the inside of the creature's body.
boop.
Now, that is the end of the creature's turn. It is not going to move because it's still engaged with the 3 of you. It is now Bright Eye's turn. What do you think Bright Eyes would be doing at this point?
Bright Eyes really cares about Thana. So I think that Bright Eyes would be pretty pissed off, actually. Sorry, I'm trying to pin Discord on top, but it's not working because I want to be able to see you guys. But anyway, so I have a feeling that Bright Eyes would attack.
All right.
Bright Eyes would have pack tactics.
Yeah.
so he would have advantage.
All right. I'll allow it. Let's make an attack.
All right. 12.
For the people listening at home, Bright Eyes is Fritz's pet wolf. 12
Oh, was that with advantage?
with advantage. Roll again.
Now I get to roll again.
Yes.
20. Not natural 20, but 20.
Oh no, he
A
bites so
dirty,
hard
dirty
he
20.
actually gets Thana and she dies. Oh, it's tragic.
Use that.
Hate to see it. No, that's a hit. A 20 does beat this creature's armor class. 1d6 plus 2 points of damage, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. So I'm rolling that now. 8.
8 points of damage. Oh, not too shabby.
Nice.
Not too shabby.
Mac damage.
Bright Eyes bringing the pain.
54 points of damage so far, team.
Yeah.
And the creature is still standing. Anything else Bright Eyes would like to do before the end of his or her turn?
Does Bright Eyes have a reaction?
Yeah, Bright Eyes has the same action economy as everyone else. So if something happens that would trigger a reaction, say the creature steps away from a threatened square, he could take an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I'm wondering whether would Bright Eyes be able to see Thana in this creature? Would he know which part she's in?
I am going to say Bright Eyes is an intelligent wolf, saw Thana go in there, but is unable, I think, to really see where Thana is. Just imagine, she got completely pulled into this, mess of writhing
Yep.
vines. She is completely obscured. You can't see her at all.
Okay, so in terms of Bright Eyes' movement, if he moved closer, where he is now, if this creature moved away, would he have an attack of opportunity?
Yes.
I think
Yeah,
he does
okay.
have
Well,
one
he's going to stay
already.
where he... Yeah, I'm gonna keep him where he is then, because Tane's not looking good in the middle. And I want to do Fritz's go.
I'm looking
And-
bloody great.
It does present this creature with one more viable target. So keeping Bright Eyes there might spell the end of Bright Eyes, but could save one of your lives.
I don't think he...
Okay, can't
Oh, I
hear
think-
you for some reason
I
there.
think Gemma just got killed. No.
Something's happened to your microphone, Gem.
Gem.
Can you hear me now?
Gemma, no.
Yes, now we
Ah,
can
she's
hear you.
back.
Okay, yeah, I just turned it on and off again. All right, so yeah, I think Bright Eyes wouldn't run. Bright Eyes would stay with his friends, even if Fritz told him to run at this point.
And
Now, Fritz, shall we talk about his go?
yes, I do want to mention as well. Currently, Bright Eyes is standing on top of the bloodstained altar as well. I can almost picture this in my head. This whole scene is cast in this eerie green glow cast by.
Mm.
Oh, that's
The light
interesting.
spell.
The light spell
Oh,
that you
yes.
currently have on you. So I imagine as this creature is moving, you can almost see little slivers of that light piercing through. I just have to see if that's concentration. Do you want to have a look at that for me, Thana, while we continue with Fritz's turn?
Shall I die?
It's
Sure.
not.
Yeah. All right, Fritz. What do you want to do? Run away?
All right. No, hang on a minute. Okay, so the marionette, would that be my go?
I'm
Or
going
would
to
that
say
be separate?
that's going to be separate. It does not say that it's an action. It just says that it's something you can do. So I'm going to rule not an action, so you can still use your action.
Okay. I'm wondering whether we can get the creature to kill itself.
See, I was thinking the same thing, and I love that you think like that. And no, the light spell does not require concentration.
Okay, so the light spell is still in there. I'd say you can see little slivers of light piercing through those tangling vines every now and then, like when a dog eats an LED light.
Even if not kill itself, because that might be a bit extreme, can we get it to punch itself in the face 3 times?
I would
Well,
say
I've got complete control of it. It's a puppet.
I would definitely get it to move so it provokes attacks of opportunity.
I'm going to say, I mean, you can get it to try and kill itself, in which case it will try and do as much damage to itself as possible. I probably won't say that you can just get it to straight up kill itself, but I mean, let me throw this out there. It currently has Thana engulfed, grappled, right?
Yes.
You could get it to release her.
I don't think that's enough.
But
I agree.
it's something. And then, hey, you can use your actions, its actions to attack itself, but don't let me tell you what to do with this thing. Either way, you can say, I am using this card on this creature right now, and you will have control over it when it comes to its next turn. And you can decide.
Not this turn.
The way that the control read, just to double check with the card, it said from this turn until her next turn, correct?
That is correct.
So this round, essentially. So, yeah, look, I reckon using it now is definitely important. And I don't know the rulings of what you would say, Sven, but concentrating on a spell can be dropped whenever. Is it the same for grappling a creature?
I would say so. I almost see grappling as just holding onto something, like you're holding onto a sword. I wouldn't say it costs you an action to let go of a sword, so I don't think it should cost you an action to let go of a...
She could get it to drop Thana right now, and then on its turn, she could get it to also punch itself on the face and possibly move away from us so that we get attacks of opportunity and then come back to us like almost like a free turn of just wailing on this thing as best as we can.
Yeah,
I would
because it gets 3 movement.
I would say if it's going to let go of Thana, it's going to be letting go of her on its turn. It's not going to be doing that in the interim.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I meant by concentration. Like if it would let go of her right now. That's fine. It still doesn't make too much of a difference, but I feel like that's the go. Let go of Thana, punch yourself in the face, and then sort of just like stumble around out of your guys' range and then back into your guys' range. That way, essentially, we'll get a bunch of free or extra chances of hitting it.
Okay, so can I ask, because Thana's grappled, will she get hurt next round? Or is she sort of static where she is?
Well, look, honestly, I'll be spending my next round rolling death saves. So
on her turn, she will take damage. She will automatically fail a death save. Then she will have to roll another death save. So by the time it comes around to the creature's turn, she could be 2 death saves down. Or it might be 1 death save down and 1 death save up. But I will say right now, damaging the creature has no risk of damaging Thana while she's engulfed by the creature.
Okay. All right, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Fritz's turn as normal until we get back around to the creature. I think that's right, yeah?
Yep.
From what we're saying? Okay. Can I ask, did I put Hunter's Mark on this creature last week? Because I'm not sure. Yeah, because I remember I redid everything. Okay, so I am going to... Yeah. What does Hunter's Mark do again? Sorry, this is so new to me.
You add an extra D6.
I didn't mean to do that. I just hit 1.
Yeah, so you add that dice of damage anytime you hit the creature. So if you use an action and a bonus action with your multi-weapon fighting, both of those attacks will get an extra free D6.
Okay, great. So, all right, so I'm going to hit it with my hand axe. Oh, 5. Oh, that's terrible.
Ooh, 5.
And I can't re-roll at all, can I?
To hit. No. You are a human, right? You get heroic inspiration only when you take a long rest.
Oh, not bending the rules, but something that was forgotten. Is this thing prone? Does she have advantage? Because the wolf bit it.
You are correct, but that is only a medium or small creature.
Oh, medium or,
Oh, is it not large?
Yes.
Fuck.
So that was a nice try.
Damn it.
I'm trying to give you guys everything I can without breaking the rules.
Yes.
Yeah, a 5 is not enough, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, I've got a bonus action.
No, that was a bonus action. This is the main attack now, right?
No, that was my hand axe. Oh, yeah, no, this is my short sword. Okay, yep, whatever. All right, let's do it. +4 to hit. 13. Not good. And that's -2, I think, because I'm still exhausted, aren't I?
Yes, you are still exhausted. And
I hate this.
Brutal.
That's not enough.
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately. Which I think,
Alright,
unless
so
you would
nothing.
like to move, that'll be the end of your turn.
I don't think moving's a good idea because we're only getting an attack of opportunity.
If you step out of a threatened square, yes, definitely will.
If you tell it to, because you're still in control.
Oh, that's right.
I'm not though.
Yes, you are. You are in control of this thing. If you wanted to step out of it, you could. From your turn right to the end of your next turn, you are in control of the thing, which means it will not take an attack of opportunity against you unless you want it to.
I don't think
I'm
you
so
need to move
confused.
that because
So when can I control it?
you're controlling it this entire round.
Yes. So essentially, you are exerting control over it right now, which means when it comes
So
to
could I have
its
got it to
turn-
move?
When it comes
No,
to
it can
its
only do that
turn,
on this.
you can use its action and bonus action, but you also have control over its reaction from this point
Okay.
all the way until it's the end of your next turn.
Okay.
But you
Yeah, I
probably
think I want to
don't-
stay where I am because I got
Yeah.
interception. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And not only that, but next turn you want to be here so that you can wail on it again.
Yes, that's true. All right, I'll stay where I am, and that sucks. That was the worst go ever. Nah.
Wasn't great, but still, this marionette might be the difference between life and death. This is such a great combat. Tane Nui, you're at 1 hit point. For some reason, it looks like 6 on my screen, but
It is 6.
it is 6. Oh, did you heal yourself?
There was a heal.
Ah, all right. Well, you're at 6 hit points. You live forever.
Well, I cast bravery on myself so that I could attack properly. I'm going to go, all right, stand together, and just attack it with my sword because I'm bloody Tane Nue.
Yes, you
Yes.
Here we go.
are. Mod is gone. Tane
Come
is
on.
here. Am I speaking to Tane right now? Is Tane
That's
here?
nat 20, so I'm going to drop the smite on that with the bonus action.
Here we go. Here we go.
Thank
Okay.
God. I'm
Long live the
dying.
paladin.
So for some reason, it's not rolling the automatic.
How are we doing crits in this? Is it double dice or max of dice?
Whatever
That
it
that was
does.
that was the rules. It was max plus roll.
Okay.
Who
Positive
said?
we said that in session 0.
I would not say that. I would not say it's max plus roll. It is just double roll, add your Dawn,
Dude,
and moving on.
I don't think that Shambling Mounds did max.
No.
And I think that's for the best of us.
But that's still good.
So it'll be 2 less than that. So it'll be
2 less?
15. Oh well, that was
Add a
rolling
modifier.
D8 again.
Oh, because of the second modifier.
Yeah.
All right.
And then the smite damage, I'll drop that.
So 15 points of damage so far.
So it'll be 4d8.
Never seen Christian so animated before in my life.
Another 8 of divine, and let me re-roll that.
And don't forget you have heroic inspo too.
11 good
Should I re-roll that nat 20?
Yeah, I think you should. It's only fair.
So it's up to 88 points of damage if my math's right?
Sorry, what?
Let's have a
15
look.
plus 8 plus 11 plus 54.
Wait, what? Sorry, where's the 54 coming from? How much damage?
54 so
34.
far.
This is 34 of damage this turn.
Yes, but we
Oh,
already
okay.
had 54.
All right, Mod, talk to me. How much
Yeah.
damage did you do in total?
34,
34. All right, thank you.
I believe. So
34 plus
9,
54, so it's at 88 points of
15.
damage.
Um,
That
okay, I wasn't
suits
paying
my
attention.
calculations.
Mod, how
That's
much damage did you do?
34.
He did
34.
34.
All right, thank you.
34.
Okay, too many numbers being said right now, and it's really throwing me out. Want to make sure I
We
get this
will
right.
tell this tale. Stab the shit out of it, and then I believe that will be my turn. But I do have mastery of the longsword,
Mm-hmm.
so it won't do an attack. Oh, guys, sorry about this, but if you hit a creature with that longsword, the creature has disadvantage on its next attack roll before the start of your next turn.
That's
Well,
fine.
that's
Sorry,
up to
yeah, my bad.
you. That's up to you
Should I
if you
pull-
want it.
Should I just not attack?
No. I'm going to allow you to decide that that is not the case. I'm not going to say that that has to happen. You know? So, but you...
Unfortunately, I am... I don't know this whole card thing's happening, so I am sapping it.
All right.
I'm not metagaming it.
All right, so it will have a
Unfortunately.
disadvantage on its next attack for the end of your next
Just one
turn.
of the three, though, so that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, just one of them. All right. Speaking of people who have disadvantage, Thana, you are currently unconscious, dying, and within
Nat 20, nat 20, nat 20, nat 20, nat 20.
the belly of the beast. You take
I don't
some
wanna talk
damage,
about it.
but you don't feel it because you're unconscious. So you fail
Baby,
one
baby.
death saving throw right off the bat. And now you need to make another death saving throw.
I believe.
Don't roll on that one.
I don't
Nat
wanna
20, that way
do
you get your
this.
turn.
Oh, that's right. A natural one means you just straight up die.
Fucking Jesus. Fen, why are you doing this to me?
Again, it's not me. It's
Okay.
Wizards of the Coast.
All right. Okay.
It's not me. Gaslighting.
It's not me, it's them. It's not me. All right. I'm not even gonna look. I'm not
I'll roll
not
it here.
You'll
I'll roll
have
it
to
here
look
in
because otherwise we
hard
won't know
dice.
if you succeed.
I got a 1.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Roll
That's
dice.
fine.
Yeah,
That's
we're
fine.
good. We're good.
Okay. That's good. This is good.
Pass. That's a pass.
All right, a 17 is a success. You have failed one.
Please get
You have
degrees, baby.
succeeded on another. Mark that on your character sheet. What is Thana dreaming of as her body is being just shocked by this electricity?
Well, I think this is like a really interesting moment. Because essentially Thana has achieved her life, like her people's lifelong goal. So, you know, I think it's nothingness.
Mhm.
I think it's just a big white room of nothingness, and Thana is sort of standing in the room. It kind of reminds me of, I feel like it would almost be like the train station from Harry Potter, you know, when Harry dies. And instead of Dumbledore, it's Hades.
Well,
Cut scene. Cut scene. Cut scene. Cut
Here's-
scene.
what we see if we were watching this as if it were a TV show. We see this blinding white light as that electricity courses through your body. And it slowly resolves itself. And we see Thana standing there. Maybe she's not dressed in what she was when she was engulfed by this creature. Maybe she's dressed in maybe some her acolyte's robes from when she was back at the clergy. And she looks around and there's nothing but this blinding white light all around her. She turns 360 degrees, confused, not sure exactly what happens. Just a moment ago, she was covered in darkness. And then she hears the sound of a child sobbing from behind her. What does she do?
Oh, well, immediately she sort of turns around and she's just sort of really confused. Like, this is it. Like, this is the goal. So she's just really confused that she's almost like, is this it? Like, is this everything? And then she sees the sobbing child and she sort of runs up to the child and like starts petting its shoulder. It's like, it's okay. You're dead now. This is, well, I think we're dead. You know, I'm not entirely sure. I'm hoping so.
The child has its back turned to you, but judging from their clothes, you guess it might be Rosavelda. Again, you can't see her face. She's buried in her hands. You just hear crying. It wasn't meant to go like this. They said he was going to bask us in his light. Why? Where was it?
Well, you know, any minute now, Hades is going to come along and he's going to tell us how awesome we are and that we've completed his final task and we've died and we've suffered and now we don't get to suffer anymore and we get to fade into blissful nothingness. So any moment now he's going to be along, and then everything will just be okay.
And the sobbing stops. And it's just quiet for a moment. And then you hear Roosevelda's voice and she's like, no. You still don't get it, do you? No one's coming for you. No one's going to take us anywhere. And she slowly begins to turn. And she suddenly screams, you're stuck here, just like the rest of them! And as she turns around, you see not Roosevelda's face, but the face of what appears to be a young man, handsome, chiseled jawline. And as he finishes that sentence, you can see the features start to decay. The eyes rot in their sockets. The teeth grow into long, pointed, predatory teeth. And that's where we flash back to what's happening at the moment. We go back to the top of round 3. Fujin, you are up. What do you want to do?
We've been tearing apart of this thing's knots continuously.
Mhm.
I've got a pretty high passive perception. I notice a lot of things. I may not be smart, but high perception, high wisdom, low intelligence. Is this thing bloody?
You know what? I'll give this one to you. Sure. No, it's not.
Christian's face, he looks so fucking pissed.
I'm going to. Fujin is just going to take off, turning behind as he turns right.
Actually,
Looking back.
half hit points, yeah?
Yes, yes.
No, it is. Yeah, it's bloody. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to know exact, just that marker to give an idea. So good news is it's got a less than 160 hit points, gang. So that's something.
You did it.
In its entirety. Just gonna shout back to Bill. You need to hit harder, and I'm gonna turn and right up the pathway 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then the 30 feet of movement is going to both be my movement as well as a long jump, and I'm hoping that I can sort of like jump in this square, moving one extra 5 feet with the long jump rules. Is that okay for me to sort of like land there and slide into the water?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that works.
Okay.
I'll allow it.
Main reason I'm wanting to try to get flanking with Tane and Bright Eyes. Our flanking was a +2 to the attack roll, not advantage, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Yep, okay, that's fine. Anything at this point, anything.
But I'll give you advantage. You can have advantage because that was really cool.
Thank you. Getting onto this side, seeing Thana on the inside, but that huge boom from Tane. Now we need to keep pushing on it. The momentum needs to continue. And I'm going to do a flurry. I wanted to keep distance, but honestly, Tane's hit is what sort of has drawn Fujin into wanting to keep this momentum. I'm going to come in for all 3 attacks that I have.
All right.
Just while you're rolling those, Christian, would you say it was an inspiring smite? Because I'm still choosing subclasses. Did it inspire you a little bit?
Look, for Fujin, 100%. I was going to just be kiting this thing, running away. with ranged attacks, but I've joined the fray because of that.
Honestly,
smite.
that's probably that's good to hear. But honestly, that would have been smarter. We probably should have all been doing that. Just
Well, I
hadn't
mean,
thought
that
of
was the plan before I died.
There was a
I'm going
plan.
to,
Yeah, I
You
had a
bastards
plan.
came with a plan to run away and didn't tell me. Are you kidding me?
You're the
+2.
tank.
Christian, we had a plan.
The sacrifice.
And then Sven killed me.
16 to hit. We've already seen a 15. That's
Whoa.
yes, good.
That is a hit.
Okay, good. First one's going to come in for Scimitar. I'm going to no, we're going to keep the 4. I'm going to save the Savage Attacker for a weaker attack. But we will get the Sneak Attack. 1, that's fine. I can't reroll Sneak Attack with Savage Attacker. So I'll give you the maths in a second. Let me do everything together. So a just flurry of 1 slash, and then sort of twirling in this circular motion. The backhand is then going to come as I come back around in this full twist, this full pirouette almost, and nick it again with the edge of the sword as I'm starting to fall further into the water, pirouetting through the air for a +2, 12 to hit. I'm guessing that misses.
12 to hit is a miss.
Yep. And then finally, with a couple of this thing's large roots connected to the floor holding itself a prop, I'm going to, as I land in the water, then do a leg kick and sweep across the ground, trying to unroot as many of those tendrils as possible to try to topple this thing for my bonus action, Unarmed Strike.
All
+2, I forgot to roll. Unnatural 20, definitely going to hit. And 8, but I will Savage at that. It was a 4, but maybe 6.
Like
Yeah,
it's
perfect.
a lot.
So 2 more, so 10 points added onto the first. So 19 points of damage from the 2 attacks that hit.
All right, 19 points of damage, slashing and bludgeoning damage, I'm imagining. All right.
Yes, correct.
Very good. Also a solid hit.
107, guys. 107.
Okay.
That has I've never seen one of these before, so that has 107 of 160 potentially.
Maybe. Yeah.
So
That's what we think. Maybe.
you cut off piece of this creature's tendrils, one of the black roots just is severed from the rest of the body, and you see arcs of electricity just flare from where you cut that vine loose, and it splashes into the murky water below. I take it that is the end of your turn, and we're going to Bill Iron Dancer's turn. Bill!
So Bill follows Fujin's lead and comes up a little bit. He's going to shake his hand. It wasn't what I needed, but I shall try again, and points and just goes, fire! And I'm going to try a Sorcerer's Blast again.
Sorcerer's Blast.
Come on, 8s. This is the time for a nat 20 and then nothing but 8s.
Okay, I'm going to use my Heroic Inspiration to re-roll that attack roll.
So sorry, that's only for heroes.
Ha ha ha.
With a 21, Bill shall be a hero tonight.
That's a hit. We're having fun.
2 points of fire damage.
And it dies. You did it.
Yeah, you see that that little tiny fleck of fire just hit it.
I think I'd actually be pissed if that took it out after my turn. He just comes up and 2 points of damage steals the kill.
It looks a little bit like when a mosquito flies into one of those electrical mosquito killer things. It's like, psh, and you do some damage. You do some damage. So hey,
It all adds up.
every little bit counts here, right? Could be the difference between life or death. Speaking of life and death, it is the creature's turn, which means, Gemma, would you like to tell me what the creature does?
Yes. I'm wondering, could this creature decide to put Thana behind everybody and be able to get back with its movement?
It does have 10 feet of reach. Could it drop her behind them?
I'm wondering because I'm thinking Fritz might heal her.
Yeah, man. Yeah, sure. I'll allow it.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah,
I'm
but
wondering.
I'm going to say that's going to be one of its actions to do that. If you just want it to be,
Okay.
hey, it just drops her, it'll just drop her where it is. But if you want it to place her like somewhere, that's
I
going to
want
be
it to place her, I think, so
one
she
of
has a
its
chance
attacks.
to survive, unless someone
Also-
has a suggestion.
We haven't seen one of these Taroka cards in action yet, have we? Other than, I guess,
No.
the spell from Thana being
The
used.
bite.
Is there a way that we're... Because the bite never got a chance to be used.
Mhm.
Is there a way that we're role-playing these Taroka cards? Is it just the wild magic
yeah.
of Barovia? Or how this looks, how it affects us? Because getting these random abilities, it'll be cool to have a...
Yeah, like you're right. I never really considered. I do want some role play sort of attached to these to sort of explain how this functions, and I can almost see maybe some of Thana's personality, or maybe Roosevelda's personality is trying to wrest control away from this creature, trying to stop it from harming Thana's friends. That's how I
The
kinda see it.
the two ghost babies helping us.
Yes. Yeah, that works. All right.
Yes. All right. So what I'd like to do is what I'd like to do in this go is get Thana out of there. I'd like it to hit itself in the hardest way it can, Sven. I don't know what that looks like. What action could it use on itself?
Balls up, people.
I'm going to say the same action that it used on you guys. So it's going to use one of those to put Thana away, and it still has 2 attacks.
Yes. All right. Well, I'm thinking it's going to hit itself, and then it's going to use some movement to move away, and then move back, and then can it fall prone?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, why not?
Can we make it engulf itself?
I was thinking of the same thing. Well, what happens if it tries to engulf itself? Does it just cease to exist? I'm gonna put one caveat on this, and that's not a caveat actually. It's only going to be doing the bludgeoning damage to itself. It will not be doing the lightning damage to itself.
Okay.
All right.
So-
to be clear.
The first
I feel
attack
like
still
D.
has
Reynolds.
disadvantage.
Yes. Yep. So it's going to use a movement. Does everyone agree to
Yeah.
use
that
a
sounds-
movement to put Thana away?
Mhm.
Then hit itself with disadvantage once.
Yep.
Because you or Tane could try
Yep.
to revive it, to be honest, now where she is.
Oh, okay.
Yep, I can
Yeah.
do that.
All right. So it puts Thana down behind you, and then is going to make 2 attacks against itself, and then it's going to take a step away and then fall to the ground. That's what
Yep.
we want to have happen. All right.
Is that its 3? Yep. I think that's a
Yep.
good use of the action
That's a
economy.
great-
Yep.
That'll
Well
be.
done.
That'll be.
Yep.
It could be a lifesaver here. What this creature is going to do, I'm just going to say it's attacking itself, so it'll have advantage on the attack. So that first one is going to be a flat roll with an 18. That is a hit, and it is going to do the minimum damage, 5 points of damage to itself. Still, free damage. Can't complain.
Yep.
So it does that. It will then hit itself again, this time with advantage. With
Nat
a 22 to hit in total, and that means it's going to take an additional, there we go, 6 points of damage. And I will say now it is looking not so good. Some of those
Okay. And
tendrils
thank you to Christian for helping me with this, with his large brain.
are beginning to
Yes.
let go.
You've got a raid from the Lost Archives just in time to answer the
Hey,
question. we
Hey,
had no
Lost
contact for.
Archives. Thank you for joining
Hold
us,
up,
Mod. You're
people.
right. Yeah. You joined us at just the right moment as the party face off against their most dangerous foe yet. This combat may be just about to come to a close. The creature is going to
not
take
dead.
a step away. I'm going to say it's to your advantage for it to step here. Yeah. So everyone gets an attack of opportunity.
I think so, but I also want it to be able to move back as well.
Yeah, it can do that. So that'll be its first step. So let's go ahead and go through these attacks of opportunity. Let's just go as per the initiative order. So Bright Eyes first.
Okay, Bright Eyes. Let's go.
What?
What do you mean the initiative order? Shouldn't it be me then?
Well, I mean after the creature. So Bright Eyes,
Oh.
Fritz, Tane, and then you. You were the last
Saving
person
the
to
best
go.
for last.
So yes.
Yeah.
So do I do just a normal roll for
yeah.
Bright Eyes then?
Yep. Just a
+4?
normal
Yep.
normal attack.
Still pack tactics though,
Roll-
so still with advantage.
Yeah, advantage, lucky.
We did want to run away.
13.
No.
Not
13, not good.
a hit.
Okay. All right. That's okay. That's okay. All right. And now we've got Fritz.
Yes,
Um,
Fritz is next.
Yes.
One.
And would that be with his short sword?
attack? You know
What's
what?
his-
You don't get an attack of opportunity, I'm afraid.
Why?
You have used your attack of opportunity, have you not?
I didn't think
To
I used it this round.
interception. To try and
Did I?
save Thana? Yes, you used your interception, which is.
And then she had her turn.
Oh,
that was before her last.
Okay, yes, you are correct. Okay, go ahead. Take your.
Okay.
Damn.
So do I just do a normal?
Yeah. But you will get Hunter's
yeah.
Mark on the damage if you hit.
Thank you,
Okay. So
Nightbeard.
+4.
I will name
I
my
don't think
shield
I'm gonna do
after
it.
you.
No. No, I've got-
no. Sorry to take us back to the little thing. I think Fritz hits flanking +2 from me. A 15 to hit, right?
Okay. 15 -2 though.
Yeah.
Well, no,
let's do with exhaustion.
Bright Eyes. Sorry, no. Bright Eyes. Bright Eyes doesn't have exhaustion, right?
That's
Oh,
Oh,
no,
no,
Bright
he
Eyes hits, yeah.
correct. Walking it back, Fritz does not have the flanking, but
flanking, no.
Bright Eyes does have flanking, and he rolled a 13,
Okay.
which is a 15. So Fritz, you do not hit, but Bright Eyes actually did hit. So roll some
Okay.
damage for Bright Eyes.
Yay. I can't see that.
That's good.
4.
All right, 4 points of damage. Every little bit counts here as we get down to the wire of this one. All right.
Okay, and then so everyone's going to go through and do their reaction now.
Yep.
Tane's now.
So Tane is up for his reaction. He may take an attack of opportunity, but you don't have to.
No, I'm all right with attacking this thing. I choose to use my attack of opportunity. And I choose to roll a 10.
That's
Ah.
certainly a choice.
You chose You chose incorrectly. I forgot how to speak
It's got the
English.
same effect.
Fujin. Oh, really dropping the ball on these attacks of opportunity. It will take a step back towards you as per Fritz's wishes, and then I think it's going to drop to the ground prone.
Can it move anymore?
Yeah, it can. Yeah, absolutely. Where do you want
Does
it to go?
anyone have any more? Could it attack? Can any of us attack again if it moves?
No.
No.
You only get one reaction, so that's us empty now.
And it can't do any other action?
No, it has used all of its actions.
All right. Cool. I don't. That sucked, but we tried. It's going to fall prone.
Thank you for the subscription, by the way. Nice beard. Appreciate it. Every little bit helps us keep this show
Beard subscriber
Awesome.
shield.
going. That's very good. I like that. We should actually do something. All right. So that is the end of its turn. It falls down to the ground. Let me give it
Yeah.
the
Can I
prone.
just highlight something?
It falls
I don't
over.
know whether it's worth the risk, but if someone was to grab another Taroka card, it could either help us or finish us.
Yes.
Do it.
Don't tell them that. Don't.
I'll do it if no one else does.
All right. Yeah.
I
People in
can't do it
chat,
again.
you can redeem a Taroka
Anyone
deck
want
draw
to?
in the chat right now. It is a random card, and it gets attributed to a random player, possibly me. So you know what? I
Creature
think
gets
it's
a
worth it.
legendary action. Use it right now.
Imagine if it was like regenerate creature's health to full.
Any creatures currently making death saving throw instantly dies. Okay.
Oh, it could be. Could be. And that's why if someone wants to do it, we need to do it now, I reckon. Otherwise, we just... Fate was kind to us that time, but we didn't get much for it, unfortunately.
Well, It could possibly have saved Thana's life. That could have been the difference between life or death for Thana.
is true.
Not
It
gonna
also
lie.
saved 3 attacks as well.
Yeah, that's 3 more attacks. It could another one of you could have been down.
Oh,
That was
yeah,
a
that's true.
huge.
Yeah.
That could have saved. That could have changed the very fate of this whole campaign.
One punch, if it hit, would have downed Tane, downed me, and maybe downed you.
Oof, yeah, okay, so
It'll
yeah,
be up
that
to
was
Bill.
definitely worth it then.
Bill and
With
Bright
his 2
Eyes.
damage.
It's the story of Bill and Bright Eyes as they travel the land of Barovia, full of regrets.
It's a tale as old as time.
The creature is now on 124 hits of damage as well. Just
Oh,
Yeah.
what?
keeping track. Yep.
Yeah.
So is anyone doing this card?
We're 40 off.
No,
True.
doesn't look like anyone wants to. Maybe
No,
people
alright.
don't have any crit coin to spend. Oh well, that's how it goes.
I think a few of us might.
Well, I'm certainly not going to do it. There we go.
I will do it. Oh.
Sorry, I am drinking just redeemed Ataroka deck.
Whoever
draw.
I am drinking is,
Dan.
I will find
Yes.
you.
I know what you did.
And we have
I
drawn
will find you.
the Mists. Veiled Passage. Gain the ability to move mysteriously. Until the end of your next turn, you can walk through creatures as if they were ethereal. So basically, hey, you're going to walk through the creature. That's fun, right? That's fun.
That's good. It means if
That,
it
that,
engulfs
should,
us, we
that
can
should
just
also
walk
mean he
out.
can't hit
Yeah,
you.
look, there you go. Always looking at the positive side. Okay, all right.
Nightbeard saying reconnect your stream view. Does that mean anything in terms of our stream?
Oh, hold on. Yeah, I just have to press this button here. Okay, there we go. It is Bright Eyes' turn.
Can I
Oh,
just highlight something for a
Yes.
second? I was looking at the map and I was like, why is there a falling baby? It's the prone condition thing.
Oh.
Just so everyone knows. Anywho, all right. So it's Bright Eyes' go. Come on, little dude. We're gonna do this. All right. Bright Eyes. He's going to have advantage, yes?
Yep.
Yep. And a +2 to hit as well from
Okay. A
flanking.
natural 20.
Oh!
Yo!
This is it.
You
This
don't
is
need
it.
advantage or a +2. Roll some critical damage with
All right.
Bright Eyes.
Come on, come on, come on.
What that does? 4. What's critical damage?
One more dice. So one more
One more
d6.
dice. One more d6. Okay. 6.
All right, 6 points of piercing damage. Okay, this thing is on its
32.
proverbial last legs. Your microphone has gone really quiet again, Jem. Just so
You're
you
going
know.
into a
Ten.
you're going into a hallway.
It's
I-
so weird because nothing's changed.
Holes up,
Hang on.
guys.
It might be the wiring. I don't know. Okay. Yes. Yeah. We use above VTT. It's just too easy to use. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't. Fuck Roll20. Roll20, if you're watching,
Okay.
please sponsor us. Yes, it is
It's
now.
just
Fritz's
disconnected
turn.
me. All right, give me a sec. It's just loading the scene. It disconnected me. Okay. Fritz Chivalry. What are you going to do, mate? All right, now he is going to hit with his short sword. Okay?
Okay.
He's going to do... That is 20, but -2, so 18 to hit.
20
Just in case you get a crit, you do have advantage because it's prone.
-2.
Okay, and also, Tana, you're going to get Thana up, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I just used mine. Because I thought we talked about it. And I was like,
Yeah. No. I'm not sacrificing you. I got it back.
okay, cool. Because I've only got cure wounds. That was my plan, and I completely forgot. All right,
No,
so
no,
roll
that's all right,
again.
that's all right. I'm sure she'll wake up naturally in a couple hours. It should be fine.
It's going to be
I'm
great.
sure-
Yeah, that's a natural 1. So I'm going to stick with the 20.
So we got the one?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm going to stick with the 20. And then I'm going to hit it.
All right.
5 points of damage, but
An
I've
extra-
got Hunter's Mark as well. Yep.
Yeah.
So 5 plus 5, 10.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
10
Okay.
points of damage. That is 10 points of piercing
10.
damage and force
Yep.
damage. Is that right?
Yeah.
That
The
is
Hunter's Mark
piercing.
The Hunter's Mark is.
Yeah,
force.
sorry, Hunter's Mark is force, yes. And then I've got Vex as well, I think, maybe.
Perfect.
Yes. And then did I hit it with my hand axe last time? I don't think I did.
Let me just
No,
stop
I think
you
I
right
missed.
there.
I'm gonna roll.
Don't worry
Is
about
it
that
dead?
roll.
Yay!
Tell me how
Woo!
Fritz finishes off this creature.
Okay, well, Fritz is like, you nearly killed all my friends. You're an ugly, ugly beast. Thana nearly died. You're gonna die. And he's like, and I want a sleep. I am so tired. And then he stabs the thing as hard as he can.
And you thrust your longsword into the belly of the beast, and you feel that static electricity running up your arm. Your sword almost vibrates with the power of this creature, and you can feel there's whatever ethereal magics, whatever hatred was keeping this creature stitched together begins to unravel before your very eyes. And as the creature falls, its thick vine-like roots begin to lose their grasp on the bones and the detritus, and it all falls down into the murky water as that sound of a crying infant comes to a stop. As it disintegrates, you see a small black bundle of rags resting atop the mound, and an image of a ghostly woman, the same one you fought earlier, appears in the room with you. Gone are the vengeful features, placed with that of an attractive woman, clad in simple maid's clothes. Tears streak her face as she gently leans down and scoops up the little bundle, cradling it in her arms. After a moment, she looks back towards you. Desperation clearly etched in her features. And she opens her mouth and you don't hear any words, but it's obvious what she's trying to say. Run. As the woman fades once again from view, the foundations of the building around you begin to shake. Dust falls from the ceiling and cracks begin to form in between the rocky layers of the wall. Foul, murky water begins to pour into the room. And you begin to realize you don't have long before the entire chamber fills with water. And we're going to go on a short rest. We'll be right back in 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Stick with us. Yay! No one died.
Oh my god!
Somehow
my God,
we survived.
Thana's pretty dead at the moment. We might need to address that when we get back.
Yes. Yes. So stick with us. People might still die. This isn't over yet. Hey.
No,
biggest
we
threats out
all
of the way.
survived.
But
Cutscene.
when this story is far from over, stick with us. We're going to go on a short rest, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes with the rest of this episode of Beckoned Blackest Night. Okay, so Strahd D&D actual play live stream.
Please.
We'll be right back. And we're back. And nobody died. Everyone's having celebratory snacks. Everyone except for me, because I have nothing to celebrate tonight.
Oh no!
Oh, you get water. Some
Yeah, you can
water.
have bread as well. Bread
Yeah.
and water. We're very kind.
Maybe I'll break out the hardtack later on as well. Thanks for those people sticking with us. We are back with Beckoned Blackest Night. Just wanted to say a huge thank you to tabletopaudio.com for providing us with the ambience that you probably can't hear at the moment because I don't have anything playing. Let's get that started, shall we? There we go. Can you hear that? There you go. All right. Very nice.
Indian.
We are going to have to finish up
Yeah.
tonight's episode in just about half an hour. So let's dive straight back into it. Let me paint this scene for you. Thana is unconscious in the murky water. It's gross. The creature has fallen to the ground, and the woman and the bundle have faded from view. The very foundations of the building around you are beginning to shake. Doesn't look like it's going to collapse just yet, but there is more of that foul, murky water streaming through cracks in the wall. You've got a little bit of time, but I need to know what you guys want to do. You are not in initiative order at this point.
I will give Thana some hit points. I go over, hand starts glowing, and reach down, touch her, and do a lay on hands for 2 HP.
All right, 2 hit points. Thana, let's go back to you. That feature, the features of that girl are now completely gone. Standing in front of you is a 6-foot-tall human man. At least you think it was a man. Bits of flesh are sloughing off of his face. He's wearing a dark, hooded cloak, fur-lined. His clothes are moth-eaten, and he strides towards you, holding out a hand, and just imagining you in this just serene white environment, nothing in any direction as far as you can see. He points one grey clawed finger towards you. You are in my domain now, he says. What do you do?
She's like trembling as she sort of like stutters. Hades?
I am no god.
She just lets out a blood-curdling scream and just starts gunning it for anywhere.
And you turn to start running, and the man is standing right behind you. You fall back to your feet, look behind you, and he's gone. And as you look back, he reaches down towards you, clawed hands, fangs, bared, and all of a sudden you feel an energy start to tug on your soul. Do you go with it?
Definitely.
You shock back to life, lying in this murky water. Tane standing over you. You see dirt falling from the ceiling above you. The ground is shaking.
Help her up. All right. You all right?
She is like catatonic, just glazed over, like gone with the fairies. Like, in like, I would say pure just shock and like mind fuckery, I guess.
Right, we got to get out of here. And I give her a bit of a shake.
Right.
We've got to go.
Out, okay, out. And then she just starts running.
All right, how many hit points did you give her?
Just 2.
2 hit points? All right, I'm just going to see if I can add
don't
that
have
to
many
your
more than
character
that.
sheet.
I have a whopping 3 left if people go down.
Yeah, I can fix that on my character sheet.
All right, just whack that on there so I don't forget, because it could become
There we go.
important later down the line.
Fritz does have some healing if we feel like he needs to use it at the moment as well. It depends on when we're going to rest, team. He's got cure wounds.
Well, the cave's falling apart first.
Fujin is going to sort of leap up onto the balcony. Running past, I'm going to try to use some momentum to close the door shut, the secret passageway, and then make my way to the portcullis with the dash action, waiting for everyone to sort of get out, calling, "We need to get out now! Get her to her feet, get her moving!" And I'm going to get ready to grab the javelin and leave. I want to lock this place again. I don't want anyone else being lured into here, accidentally stumbling into here, whatever it is. I don't want people interacting with children torturers.
water is pouring in through the cracks now. The water, which is only 2 feet deep now, is 2.5 feet deep. Cracks are beginning to appear in the supporting pillars situated around the room.
Yeah, I grabbed Thana's hand and I'm like, right, and I'm running out.
All right, so we're all leaving, running, going.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got my shield up
Fritz.
above our heads and running.
Fritz is going to look back at the lady and say thank you
She's
and bow his head.
gone at this point. You see
She's gone.
nothing.
Okay.
Nothing. All right, so heading back the way you came, you make your way into the chamber with all of the niches that spread around the room. Booking it towards the left, you start running up the stairs. Let's go ahead and we'll move to the next map here. And let's talk a little bit about party order. Who's up front?
Thana.
Yeah, definitely not.
Tane,
Fujin, like
leading the
as
pack.
usual, because he's close
And
from
then
behind.
Thana's being dragged by Tane because she's just absolutely out of it. So yeah, I'd say
Yeah,
she's second.
She's been led, and I've got the shield above our heads.
Yep.
If there's stuff falling in.
Yeah,
We'd
Fitz-
probably go right because I'm not. You're going to be able to jump over the gap just there with her.
Yeah.
I would say you probably won't have any issue jumping over the gap, just like you did. It's only a 5 foot, and with the jumping mechanics, you can easily make that jump if you wish.
Fritz is going to say, okay, everyone, slow. We need to make sure this is safe. We're not out yet. And he's going to have a look at the area and probably do a perception check. Have we been through here recently?
It wasn't long since you passed through here. I'd say it's only like 10 minutes or something like that, maybe at the most. Maybe a little bit more than that. Maybe 20 minutes since you passed through here last
Well, then
time.
Fritz is going to suggest, as we're making our way out, we need to be cautious. We need to do checks. We need to make sure that we're safe because there could still be traps.
Okay.
And a lot of us are very injured. So I think we need to make our way out methodically.
Well,
Actually, Fujin sort of, sliding between Fritz and Bill, wants to get close to Tane at the front, who sort of is, I guess, arm underneath Thana's shoulder, with both of them leading.
you can help me carry her.
No, before that, how are you two feeling? Cleansed?
Me?
Yes.
A
question.
not
Thana.
not dead. Yes.
Would you be okay if I led us out of here?
Why the fuck does that matter? The whole place is going down.
I'm gonna insight check her.
Roll an insight check for me. To answer the question for you, Grace, no, you still feel another presence at the wheel.
Okay.
But they are so scared that they are just letting you steer the ship, as it were. Fujin,
13.
13. Take from that what you will.
Right. Listen, let me go first. If there's anything in the way, I'll bash through with the shield. And if something goes wrong, you help me back up.
Well, that's the plan, but those kids are still in you. Whatever happened with the mounds didn't... Thana, you said that there was possibly a family tomb down here that we need to place their bones in.
Outside.
Outside? Not
Outside. It would be in a graveyard, like a mausoleum.
Not in the catacombs down here?
I don't know. I'm just assuming.
Where's Bill?
Like
It's
from
collapsing.
the context, just like above table from the context clues we receive, I think it's outside. Sounds like it's outside. It would be like in the dawn. Didn't you say dawn masters something? I feel like that'd be a cemetery.
But it doesn't really sound like they were worshipping him. They worshipped Strahd. Strahd is this like evil creature, so they wouldn't bury themselves in like the family. Sorry, in like the Morning Lords
Mm.
grace, they would want to
Fujin.
bury themselves in.
Let's go.
As this
Strahd's
conversation is
grace.
happening, part of the roof collapses. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Can I give him advantage because we were talking and I specifically said I had our shield up above us?
Yeah, I'll
Try and-
allow it.
24.
He's definitely going to need it.
Oh, he's
I'll
good.
roll.
He's good. Never mind.
Yeah, you catch a lot of that debris on your
224s.
shield. Fujin,
Oh, ho, ho.
you're able to duck out of the way, seeing that coming from a mile away with your lightning fast reflexes.
Let's retrace our steps. Let's retrace our steps.
Follow me.
I am going to grabbing a torch. Actually, no. You know what? Thana, can you put light on something on me?
I can't put it on you. I was Sven. Am I allowed to put it on something on him since
Yes.
we've been discussing how bitchy the rules are?
Yes,
Yeah,
you can
no,
put light.
I literally just, I don't know, fucking, what are you wearing? I just fucking slap his breastplate or whatever.
Okay. I'm going to, as Tane is, I guess, busy helping Thana. I'm gonna reach like onto, I don't know where it's stored, like on his backpack, and grab the bundle of cloth that's holding the children's bones.
Yep.
Mhm. All right.
And I'm going to turn in the opposite direction and sprint into the catacombs. You all leave!
All right. Gonna give you your vision.
Are you funny?
We- They need to be at rest. I can dodge the debris. I'll be quick.
All right, you heard him. Let's go.
Fujin, I'll stay here as long as I can. Go. Fritz is going to try and sort of stay so that. Can you make another way out, Fujin?
I'm just gonna call back out because I don't really know where I'm going.
Yeah.
I'll meet you at the top. I don't want to have to come and find you. Just get out.
Perfect.
All right. So
Yeah.
let's talk about Tane, Thana, Bill, and Fritz. What are you doing?
GTFO.
Getting out of
Yeah,
there?
legging it out.
Bill, following along?
Yep.
Fritz, what are you
Between
doing?
us, we've got a whopping 3 hit points. We are legging it.
I kind of look a little bit longingly at Fujin, as if I should follow him,
Mhm.
but in the end, I do as I told him. I get the hell out of here.
Okay, so following along with them, I'm going to put you up there. Fritz, where are you?
He would be doing the same thing. He'd be looking back and saying, "Find us," and following everybody because he's probably the best defense at the moment because Tane is so injured. As well?
Yeah, you jump over that spike trap. You look back towards the right. You can see the last remnants of that green light as it fades from around the corner. The rest of you, including you, Fritz, you all retrace your footsteps. Tane has a torch. Thana has dark
Sven,
vision,
though,
so on.
um,
Yes.
Bright Eyes has chased Fujin.
Oh, Bright Eyes is going with Fujin.
Yep.
Okay, let me put that
Yep.
token on the map for you as well. I was just assuming he was going to
He's
stay
been friends with
you.
Fujin for months now. No,
Are
he
you
just
sure you
ran
want
off.
to do that? Because if they run into another one must die situation, I think I know what's going to happen.
There you go. All right.
Ooh, very
It's
quick
not, it's not in
decision.
it's not in my control. It's Bright Eyes would do that. He wouldn't want one of his pack going on their own.
Nightbeard
what-
just
what-
redeemed a Taroka card, and we have
Ooh.
the Mask of Doubt, and that one is attributed to you, Mod. Let me talk to you about the Mask of Doubt. What's that one? The hooded one.
Yes.
You cannot benefit from advantage on attack rolls for the next hour. Sucks to be you. All right, moving on. Thank you for that redemption, by the way, Nightbeard, and welcome to the Critverse. Let us find
Hello.
out what happens to these characters. You guys are unaccosted as you run back towards the north. Then, turning towards the east, you pass by that table in the initiate's quarters, and then turning back towards the south. I imagine you can maybe actually see Fujin at the end of the hallway as you get to where Tane currently is. Let me just go ahead and move you guys over to there, and then change your shit. There you go. You guys can actually see Fujin just at the end of that hallway over there. Fujin, your passive perception, what is it?
15, not too bad.
15. Okay. You can hear the sound of movement coming from towards the south. Bright Eye starts to growl. What do you do?
Look, using the maze rule that I've been following so far, follow the left all the time. I know that there are some passages where we haven't gone, so I'm inclined to go north, turning left, and look at these two hallways that I can see beside all my companions as they're chaotically dragging themselves to the exit. But am I allowed to do a perception check? I'm looking for the catacombs. Can I try to, I guess, smell or even turn to Bright Eyes to smell for me for which direction the strongest scent of decay and rot?
Strongest
smell of like...
Yeah, actually, that's coming from the south. The strongest smell of decay and rot is definitely coming from the south. You make your way 10 feet towards the north, as the rest of your party are moving towards the south, towards the stairs. Bright Eyes is still growling. You step into that hallway. You can see from your current position towards the east and towards the west of where you are. The hallway continues for 5 feet and then branches off into like a Y section. And there are large stone doors in the north and south of both the eastern and western hallway. You want to roll a perception check? Roll a perception check for me from where you are, and I'll see what information I can give you.
12.
12. With a 12, I'll give you a couple of them. I'm going to give you the first two, so the two southern ones. Let's have a look here. The southern stone door is etched with the name Elizabeth Durst. That's the southeastern one, so this one over here. And the southwestern one is etched with the name Thornbolt Durst. That's that one over there.
Okay. That was both of their names, right?
That is correct. Sorry, Elizabeth was not, but Thornbolt.
Not the name, no.
Thornbolt was. So this is presumably Thorn's crypt over here, and this appears to be the Mother's crypt over here. What do you do?
Okay. I'll rush to his crypt. There's that large door you said currently closed in front of it.
That is correct.
I have not only too shabby athletics for a dex character, but I have a crowbar which I would like to pop out and slam into the side of the door to give me advantage on an athletics check to try to pry the tomb door open.
All right. While that's happening, Tane, Thana, Bill, Fritz, are you guys booking it? Getting out of there? Heading up the stairs?
Yep, still.
Tane is still under the effect of the bravery spell, and he's going to say, "Wait 1 second," and I'm just going to run down and just go, "Fujin, let's go!" and just see if there's anything I can do to help.
I found it. Help me with this. As I'm like heaving against the door.
Crowbar it up.
Give me an athletics check. Give yourself advantage.
I did it before. I got a 14. But it's similar to, I guess, like certain like group strength checks. Is Tane able to add on to this rather than like an individual roll?
Yeah, look, I'm gonna say it's gonna take you a little bit longer. You put your back into it, Fujin. You're unable to get any purchase on the groove in the door, so you can't really get any leverage with your crowbar. Tane, you step in and you start to put your back into it, and as you do, you hear Bright Eyes starting to bark as something might be approaching. Let's talk about Thana, Bill, and Fritz. What are you guys doing?
I heard Bright Eyes start barking, and I'm going to start running towards them.
Okay, so let's put you in this position over here, right behind Bright Eyes. Bill, Thana.
If I hear barking, I know that Fujin went with Bright Eyes. At first, I was a little worried. So, did Tane go like to me to the right or to the left when he ran?
He went to the right.
Like
so if
this way or this way?
You're just spamming that mod.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
So-
Oh yeah, to the right.
Yeah, you would see the firelight. So he has gone into this hallway here and then headed south. Sorry, sometimes I forget that you guys can't see what I can see as the DM. But so
Yeah. Oh yeah,
No,
I'd follow
no.
it the same way. That's what I wanted to do. So yeah.
Can I use some of my healing on Thana? Because I think if we were going towards this, does Thana have any healing for herself?
No, so Thana has no healing, and that's kind of like the
Okay.
cornerstone of her character for now.
A
Yeah,
cleric
that's
doesn't
what I
believe
thought.
in it.
how to heal.
So that's what I'm thinking. If we were going to run back into it, as he was running past Thana, I think Fritz would do cure wounds.
okay, so as you're running
Because
past
you know
Thana,
she's in very, very bad shape.
I
Yeah.
will allow it. So what I'll want here is roll that cure wounds for us.
Yep. 17.
Whoa! With one cure
Jesus.
wounds.
Wow,
Oh my
that's
God.
Puts her up to full health. Yeah.
Okay.
And pass.
All right.
Fucking oh no.
Actually
Yeah.
puts you up to full
Fucking
health.
Christ.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
So one casting of that, and your life returns to you, Thana. Now, Thana, where would you be standing at this point?
So Thana, as I said, she's just absolutely like Gonski, but she would have been behind Tane. But seeing them all run off, she's like, oh my god, I was forsaken and now I'm going to follow them. And she just sort of runs after them.
All right, so I'm going to put you there, and Fritz, you would be the first person to see this. 4 humanoid figures, parts of their flesh rotted away, exposing the muscle and the bone structure underneath, begin to file into the chamber just towards the south. You can see at least 2 of them coming through the hallway. I'm going to need everyone to roll for initiative at this point.
First, can we do a perception check? Could I see if these can be reasoned with? Oh no, they don't look good. Okay, yeah, no.
Yeah, no perception check needed. These things don't look like
I
they
love how
can be
quickly
reasoned
that gets pulled back.
Jesus Christ, I got a 6. So I got 4.
Oh,
All right, so I'm going
that
to...
art is epic.
It's good, isn't
I
it?
do
The new
have to-
artwork from the 2024 book is just...
Oh my god, I got a nat 20.
Oh, it's turned it around for you, isn't it?
What is that
Hopefully.
thing?
Things are coming up, Millhouse.
All right.
Oh God.
Go. Did that work?
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, I add +2. Actually,
That's
so
not
I got 6.
We've got some, like,
on?
People
What
who
is
can
going on?
switch and whatnot.
A paladin rolling 14 on initiative or rolling 15 and getting -1 is great. Sven's like, oh yeah, I'm just rolling 20s and stuff.
What can I say? I just rolled 20s. That's what I do.
And stuff.
Well, I noticed they all came in one by one, almost like you were typing it in.
How dare you accuse me?
Oh,
Let the
funny.
record show that if I was typing, they would have heard it. The people at
It's
home
all
would
on
have
tape.
heard
We've
them
got
all.
it on tape. We've got him, guys.
Bright Eyes
Take him
initiative,
away,
or-
boys.
Yes, I will add him to the combat tracker as well. That's where he will be. All right. Am I missing anyone? Am I missing Fujin?
Fujin.
Let me see
Yeah.
Fujin.
Fujin, what did you get?
And Bright Eyes and Fritz.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, just Fridge for me. Bright Eyes is there.
Oh wait, no, yeah, Bright Eyes. Bright Eyes is question mark, so I'd always assume that it's a monster.
Fritz
Um,
got 6.
Fritz got a 6, so let me just add you to that, and then I'll give you a 6. So add that. Oh,
Fritz
there
can
it is.
Fritz can also not Fritz. Fritz can also do initiative swap too.
Alrighty. Fujin, what did you get? Can't hear you, buddy. I think you're muted.
That answers why you didn't respond before. 24.
24. All right. Hey, above VTT already put that in for us. That's great. Okay.
But I got I got a nat 20. So does that mean I go above Fujin? And also, what do I get for my nat 20?
For your nat 20, you get to go a little bit higher in the initiative order.
What a fucking waste.
I think 2024 is a natural 20 on initiative is like because there's no surprise rounds. You just get advantage.
Yeah.
Thana, would we?
Okay.
What?
If you're
We
playing in
swap?
Christian's games, you would get inspiration.
Yeah. If you're playing a
Ooh.
Christian's game, you get fun shit. If you're
Fred,
playing
have
a
you thought
Hive,
about that?
you get nothing. You get nothing at all. You
You
get
get
the-
to be sad.
You get to be a little bit higher in the initiative order. Before we get this started, what I need to know is, does anyone want to swap initiative before we launch into this?
I don't
Thana,
think
would you
I
like to?
do.
No.
Well,
I was thinking about it with Tane, but I think Tane's better suited to this. What's your athletics?
He's pretty injured too.
+4.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, no, I don't want to swap initiative. Yeah.
Well, I was thinking we could do a double swap and get me to up the top as well. We might be able to finish off that area.
Here's what I will say. You have that door open. That door is now open. Within that, you can see there is a empty coffin lying atop a stone bier. Yes, that's what
drink
you
the
can see
beer.
within there. It is open. This combat has just commenced. It is the top of round 1. And Fujin, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
No, it's my turn because I got the nat 20.
Fujin's initiative is still higher, so it is
I
Fujin's
thought.
turn.
Oh, bummer. I thought because you got the nat 20, you got. Okay, that's right.
No, yeah, there's no surprise round anymore. 2024.
Yeah, so
19, 20, 20.
I'm gonna drop the kid's bones.
you know what? Give
just
yourself
there.
heroic inspiration, Thana. You can have that.
Okay.
I'm gonna drop the kid's bones, and pass the crowbar to Tane. I think that one must belong to the sister. This is the brother. Place them inside. Put them to rest, please. You're looking at his muscles up and down. You obviously are going to be better at getting that door open. I'll keep them busy. And yeah, pop the kid's
Right.
bones on the ground, pass on the crowbar, and then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 onto the table. And can't actually, can I bonus action punch if I don't take an attack? Let me just check.
I think you need to take the attack action if I remember.
No, 2024, I think. You gain the following abilities. When you're unarmed or wielding monk weapon, you can make an unarmed strike as a bonus act.
Oh wow.
Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Main action.
Oh,
is
but
gonna
yeah,
be...
stunning strike got nerfed, but you got that. That's cool.
Yeah. Main action is going to be dodging, as I'm going to take up this position on the table, sort of getting ready to kick floorboards to smack them in the jaws, sort of comical style, but essentially to keep them all busy and focused on me. And a bonus action is just going to be I'm going to kick some bones up at this thing's face with my foot as I jump up.
All right. As you enter that room, you also realize that Grick is still also in the room. Will that become part of this situation?
That's right.
I guess
Hopefully
we'll
not.
find out next week. Hold on to that damage, and we will apply it when we come back next week. Same time.
Can I
same place.
ask something, Sven?
Yes, I'll allow it.
Leveling up.
I did say you were either going to die or you were going to level up. Things
Yeah.
took a little bit longer than I thought. I'll tell you what, when we come back next episode, you guys will be level 3. You will not get the hit points up just yet, but you will get everything else that comes with being a level 3 character. You need all the help you can get at this point. So, a little bit extra incentive for those people who are still with us. Thank you for watching. If you're watching this back on YouTube, make sure you join us next Monday night 8:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time on Twitch. That is www.twitch.tv/crit_n_miss. It is the best way to catch these episodes because you get to do what our new friend Nightbeard did and redeem those crit coin to buy Taroka deck cards. And that one's actually going to make a huge difference in this potentially. We'll be back again.
Ben?
Yes? What?
Can I ask one more thing? Will I get my spell slots back while we level up?
You will get any new spell slots that you get. You will not replenish spell slots that have already been
I can get new
used.
ones that I will
so
get. Okay,
because-
cool. 'Cause
Yes.
the
Casters are
healing.
going to get level 2 spells.
Yep.
We'll be able to get and use level 2 spells.
Yes, but any spell slots that already have been used, you will not replenish them until you take a break.
Okay.
And we'll be back again tomorrow night as well with episode 3 of Vecna, Eve of Ruin, which is our Vecna, Eve of Ruin campaign with DM Mark at the helm of that one. This did not go the way that I thought it was going to. In fact, it went a little bit better. I thought that I knew where it was going to go, but hey, you've proven me wrong. You always manage to
I thought you had the
surprise.
script.
Yeah.
Apparently, we're just improvising now. Scripts
No,
out
can
the
I ask a
window.
question? Were we supposed to just leave, or like, the tombs are down here?
The tombs are down.
So-
here. Yes.
Okay, so they weren't outside. So this was what we needed to do, but we've just done it in a really weird way. Okay.
Yeah. Fujin, would you like to roll the damage before we go?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so we got. I'm gonna re-roll the d6, Savage Attacker. So a
Everyone
6
make sure
instead.
you follow Nightbeard. Sorry about that. Fujin, go again.
All right.
Oh, actually, no, I don't get sneak attack because there's no allies. So it's 10 points of damage onto this kick. However, if we're level 3, I'm happy to wait next week and spend a key point for Flurry of Blows and get a second free attack.
I tell you what, landing this hit is just that little tiny font of inspiration that you needed to reach level 3. So you'll be level 3 next week. Thank you again,
Perfect.
Nightbeard and everyone else. Make sure you check us out on YouTube as well. And we've just unleashed the new podcast version of this particular live stream. You can find that on Spotify. If you could give it like a little rating, maybe a review, maybe leave a comment, help us beat the algorithm a little bit. We want to grow this community because, I mean, we're nothing without a community, right? We love meeting new people, playing games, and killing characters. We'll be back again next week. Thanks. Good night, everybody.